Hey you guys, what is up to Rumba here? Welcome to our first campaign in Total War Warhammer 3. This is a pre-release version. Your mileage may vary. We have a relatively small list of things that they are working on, thus, yeah. It's very likely your mileage will vary. That being said, thanks to CA for, sadly, the second class early access. The big ones have eaten all the cake, but I'm grabbing, as always, for the crumbs. Guys, I'm gonna talk a little bit in the beginning about a couple of changes and yeah, things in general. I'll do make little chapters so that you can click forward if you search for something specific. This is just gonna be a let's play. This is not a big I'll explain the changes video, just so you know immediately. I have played so far quite far into Kislev, quite far into Cathay, and we're gonna play Cathay, as you know. Grand Cathay, that is. I am in love. I love Miao Ying. That being said, a really nice little thing I wanna really suggest to you. I guess, well, you have seen all the trailers on the big guys. So they have put their stuff out for 3 weeks now. When this is out, you have very likely seen it. But if you didn't, and I haven't, I have completely avoided the hype. I have watched no one, and it was, yeah, I think to my benefit, because what happened is, if you start the game, you're gonna see a trailer. Enjoy that trailer. Then I clicked on Prologue. I just wanted to check it, and the Prologue is, well, it's basically a tutorial to Total War, more specific of course Warhammer 3, but overall it is a prologue to Total War, and it is a very good one. So you have basically, you start a basically mini campaign, but with very limited things to do, and they will build you up and unlock new, yeah, well, the usual stuff which would you enjoy in a normal campaign. So when you gradually receive more of the complexity without being overwhelming. I do think this is the best tutorial or yeah, anything in terms of how to Total War CA has ever done. I kind of want to appreciate that this is really good, but more important is that the game trailer goes continuous basically in the trailer and the trailers of the prologue. And then you're gonna click, then you play the prologue. I took my time. I had a look around and stuff like that. I did it very thoroughly. I took roughly 5 turns, including making a dough for a pizza and making the pizza. So I don't know really how much I took. I guess 3 hours, 3.5 maybe. And then you enjoy all those trailers, and then you click on campaign, and another trailer starts. Enjoy that trailer. I'm gonna skip it, and then you're gonna have the specific trailer with the faction you want. It's really good. That is a fantastic, well-made story arc, which just fits, one piece fits very nicely into the next one. So if you have avoided all spoilers or anything, or haven't seen any trailers, at least do it once where you, yeah, kind of really enjoy that. They did it very good. A couple of the story points, I mean, the story itself, yeah, it's a little bit shoehorned. I'm just letting my cursor over this guy. It's a little bit stupid. There's some illusion of choice going on and stuff like that, which is, yeah, fairly transparent, to be honest. But yeah, it's fine. So I kind of wanted to say that this is really well done. Hats off to CA. And I would actually suggest the Prologue to be a demo for Warhammer 3 out there, and let people enjoy the complexity and learn it as well. So if people gonna play, new players play the Prologue, there will be a lot of new players with a lot less questions. It's really good. So enough of the praise, guys. Let's go for Grand Cathay. So we do have a faction mechanic that is harmony. Balance both yin and yang to achieve harmony, which will confer powerful effects. Compass, direct the Wu Jing compass to defend Cathay from threats north of the Great Bastion. The Ivory Road, gain wealth by sending out caravans to deliver cargo to faraway cities in the west. We will talk about all of those. As I said, it's better to show than to tell, actually. We're gonna go ahead. I will skip the trailer again. Yeah, just in case, to the 3 people who haven't seen the arc of all the trailers in Total War Warhammer 3. But I guess you have seen it anyway. So, okay, we're gonna play Miao Ying, the Storm Dragon. There's another dude, I think he's also a dragon. But yeah, we're gonna play her because she's great. I think he is great as well, to be honest. It will be more or less the same, I guess, but I do not care right now. So overall, I mean, you have seen it already. He is more into melee. And he will have less upkeep for more, ogre mercenaries, but we are gonna go for Miao Ying. She's more into shooters, which is in the well, mid-late game. Well, mid-game. I haven't played into the late game, but mid-game, yeah, you kind of see the problems there. You can't completely rely on missile, but this is fine. That being said, she has -2 corruption as a ground for the faction. Then leadership +10 when fighting against demons of chaos, which is handy. Also just mid-game and later. Ammunition +20% for missile units, which is just fairly sweet. Her lord effects are -50% for missile infantry units, and that is super sweet. I mean, we're talking about missile infantry. Usually you have some, I don't know, it's more specific usually, but here it's missile infantry. It's really nice. And she does bring, as a lord, as every general brings 3 yin. But not only yin, there are some generals who bring yin and some generals who bring yang. This is the map. Look at that, it's interesting. I do like the landlocked maps, which, yeah, there's a deep fjord, further, bay, I don't know, is bay the English word? So this is here. But overall, just to give you an idea, here, for example, is, where is it? Here roughly is Altdorf, and here is Marienburg. So you see, it's just in a kind of different proportion. Looking at that map, though, I have thoughts about the Mortal Empire campaign when they include 1, 2, and 3. But I have no insight. You know as much as I know. Maybe even you know more than I know. Since I have avoided all the information and all the hype and all the marketing and stuff like that. So you might be more up to date than I am. Just clicked through the settings. I'm not sure. Can we? I'm not sure if we can literally set this off. Maybe somewhere. Battle time is unlimited. Then we can gonna play on legendary and very hard, which are both the highest settings. This looks like this now, and it's kind of interesting. This is the first time we have that many options, isn't it? I think so. But I do not know for sure. as I said, I played till now one turn of the Ogre Kingdoms. I played quite a bit of Kislev. I played even more Grand Cathay. So I now actually have, a good idea what I'm doing with Grand Cathay, and I think we will all benefit of that. Back to this, we talked about that, and we're gonna go ahead. I will skip the trailer again. Just enjoy it on your own, really. It's sweet. It's really good. Yeah, I kind of hope they do that they put out the prologue as a demo. Yeah, because this will be, I don't know, people can play it, and it's really early on. You're gonna play basically Heroes of Might and Magic, and then it's getting gradually more complex in a way that I'm not a new player, but yeah, I could imagine that it really says, well, we can do this now, and then they just show you another thing, and then you do that one thing and you have done it, and then they show you another thing, and it's getting gradually more complex, and it's really wonderful. So now enough, man. You fuck off.
Our goal is clear.
Yep.
To find the lost sister, we must hear the God Bear's testament before he passes into myth.
Yeah, we shall do that.
I am the anointed guardian of the great.
Okay, I don't love her character. I love what she can do, and you will see what she can do. So it seems like this is the new way to get your first hero. It's a really nice one, though. I like it. Defeat the army. Basically, your first army fight gives you a little bit of money and a hero. In our case, it's an astromancer. Okay. Let's go through a couple of things. The compass. Xing Compass. At a certain point, after a couple of turns, you will be able to set the compass. Is the compass, for example, set to the Celestial Lake, you're gonna get growth +3, because it is defined by O2. It's currently 10, and then you're gonna get 0, you get 3, you get 8, you get 15. And once the compass sets to Celestial Lake, this is gonna be activated, which is income from all buildings, 15% in Cathay, and change of winds of magic increasing in strength +40 in Cathay. There's slight change of wind of magic. It's more or less the same. It's just basically differently implemented. So we're talking about increase of percentages instead of straight numbers. You will see what I mean when we have a look at our army, which we will do afterwards. Then, for example, you can have it to Dragon's Emperor's Wrath, which gives you control. Same here. This is determined on how much energy has been channeled there. This control can go up to +4 control. Control is a little bit of an issue, but we will talk about that because it's another faction mechanic with the Yin and the Yang. At a certain point, once this level here is full, you can push Dragon's Emperor's Wrath, and then it gets extreme attrition applied to armies beyond the Great Bastion. We will have a look at that when it's time to act. Anyway, it's okay. I quite like this one because growth seems to be a little bit more difficult, and it's a nice one because you kind of have to care for it, and thus we will be very likely go for the Celestial Lake. Stuff like that is here as well. It's quite nice. Note the per region in Cathay. So basically, if you have 6 regions or something, you're gonna get 12 replenishment. Same goes down here with the Warpstone Desert. This is corruption -4 per region in Cathay. And I have and I haven't checked it yet, but this seems ridiculous. Enemy leadership -6 per region in Cathay. the fuck, man? So, I mean, that means, basically, if you have 6, it's 6 by 6. I do not know if it works like that. This is how I read it, but remember, I'm not an English native speaker. Okay, so this is the compass. You set it every couple of turns. I'm not sure, will they tell us when? No, of course not, but it will be soon. Okay, that was the compass. Let us talk about the Ivory Road. Basically, and we can set it off immediately. So this is just the explanation. If you want, check it out. It's not bad, but we don't do that. We are starting basically here. We're gonna click on him. He's activated. Then it asks you the cargo value, and it's basically 1,000 cargo is cost you 1,000 coinies, and this stays like it is. And then you're gonna put the destination, and that's a nice one. So we would put 1,000 coinies in. If it's all successful and it reaches that point, we're gonna get 3,020. Further away stuff will give you also more money. 3-5 4-3. That's actually fairly sweet, man. We're gonna do that, and it's only, well, I say only 9 turns. Can we have a better option than, well, 4-6, 9 times to Ehrengrad, 9 turns to Ehrengrad? We might want to do something like that. It's less money, but he is back way faster. Thing is, he journeys to that place, he has some adventures. You might get destroyed on the way, but then he needs also the time getting back. And the getting back is basically moneyless. And therefore, it is maybe sweet to actually see, or 3-1 for 5 turns. Do we have something else in that regards? I think we're gonna do the 3-1. Yeah, let's do that. To the to the Norska dudes. Sure, man. Don't care. We're gonna do it. Dispatched. So what you see now is there he is. That is the army which is walking with the caravan. He is literally a caravan master. He has its own little stuff here. This is how you well, we're going to talk about that later, but yeah, so he has his own skill tree. He can wear ancillaries and magic items. Here we go. And that is all that is to say about the Ivory Road. You can, of course, just recruit another caravan. I don't do that, but yeah, it's fine. You could, though. You could. It might be a wise choice. It's not, I have played it, yes, but I started recording now because I know now how everything works, but I do not know what works best. So just to let you know. This is also not a I show you how to win and not play the game. F that. Find out. It's fun. That being said, and last one would be the harmony. So the yin and the yang. It's interesting, but it's also struggling. So we want to have a balance. Current balance is we are 3 more into the yin direction. What can we do? First of all, there are buildings you can build. And this would be the infrastructure, and all of those buildings have a little yin, well, this is the white one is yang, and this is yin. So currently, and this is why it shows you that everywhere, basically, well, where it matters. So we want yang and basically 3. What are we going to do? We build, and in this case we are eager to get growth. We're going to build 1 building for the yang. So next turn we will have current balance yin 2. and so on. So you kind of have to look that you're gonna get it balanced, and it's worth getting balanced because at the moment we are unbalanced, and therefore income, we get an income penalty for yin buildings. And you see the harmony effects when yin and yang are equal on the lower half of the harmony tab, and these are massive. We're gonna have diplomatic relationships with other Cathay factions, which they are more than I thought actually. And then the construction cost goes down by 20%. Growth is plus 40, which is, imagine that the building we just have built gives us plus 10 per turn. So this, if we would be in harmony, we would get double the current effect of growth. Then income from yang buildings, income from yin buildings, control plus 8, and this is not unimportant. Control is a little bit of an issue, and therefore we are desperate to keep it in balance. Corruption minus 5 all provinces, and a nice little thing is army ability, ancestral warriors, a couple of halberdiers. They kind of look like these guys, but in ghost form, and you can just summon them on the battlefield, everywhere on the battlefield. Imagine that for artillery or nasty shooty things which you can't deal with right now. Put an ancestral warrior on there and it has been dealt with. Yeah, it takes fairly long until they appear, once you've clicked the button, that is, but they are there, they are good, they are handy. Think about like underground rats, for example, but better, but they also disappear over time. That being said, the building is not the only way to get yin or yang. Most of the technology do have a certain way as well. So up here we have, for example, drill training, jade stands. So in the upper part here we always have yang, and down here we always have yin. That being said, this is a long fucking thing. If you can, push up your research rate, and this is something this is something you have rarely, more or less, you know. It's always kind of handy if you can get it for nothing, but in this case it's even worth to put your province command onto research just to get this a little bit more faster done. Don't let you fool you. You don't need, for example, if you want to have administrative subsidies, you can just click it, it will go through. You don't need that, you don't need that, even though it kind of shows that it needs it, but this is simply not the case. Okay, that being said, I don't know, we'll just leave it like that. I'm not too eager to actually show you everything. Within, I think, what is it, a week, you will play it for yourself. Yeah, and as I said, there are plenty of peeps who are doing videos and stuff as well. I'm just doing me, if that's okay for you. By the way, like, comment and subscribe.
We must remain superior.
Well, this is more or less the balance. What kinda is maybe, okay, all of these guys do have, oh, they have not, interesting, okay, I didn't realize. Nonetheless, we could, and we should get us a new lord. So we can have these, and we can choose if we're gonna go for lore of yin or lore of yang. Which that basically means is they have something, whatever it is, on as a trait, but they also have 3 harmony yang, and here it's 3 harmony yin. So yeah, this is kind of how it works, and as far as I know, these are the options excuse me, these are the options you have when you want to influence, either yin or yang. It's quite nice. It's sometimes struggling because, you know, you need a new general, but you have no interest in pushing your just achieved balance, for example, towards +3 in one direction. So this is kinda interesting. I'm actually thinking, I mean, this is a lot of money early on, but I think we nonetheless shall do that. Melee defense, what about you? Fervent questioner, corruption -1. Doesn't really help us. The other two are yin. And then we have unyielding, and we're gonna have melee defense. I say we're gonna take melee defense, and I do not know if I just cripple myself, but I think the early growth will be very helpful. So we're gonna recruit that. And I'm not gonna do that, but we are maybe, what could we use best? Let's have a look. It's a new approach though, as I said, this is basically the third time I play the start, and yeah. The units do not interfere with your overall harmony. That there is a yin and yang symbol has to do with other things. It's basically all the melee dudes do have yang, all the shooters have yin. You want to have a shooter next to a melee one, so that they get a bonus, both of them. It's fairly easy to achieve, and those bonuses is basically, you can see it down here, enabled if young unit is nearby. The reload skill goes +12, which is a lot. Leadership up goes up by +6, up to 24, and so on and so on. For example, these guys here, gonna be way better in melee defense. +6 is pretty great, man. So and stuff like that. It's fairly sweet. I'm not entirely sure if this is a clever thing, because it will cost us a lot of money, but I do like the fact that we have the heavy bonuses early on, and we can actually use the ancestral warriors as well. This is, yeah, I'm kinda snoopy how this will go, actually. That being said, I think we've talked about everything. Let me have a little thing. Oh yeah, right. So basically, this is the Great Bastion. It is made out of 1, 2, 3 big fucking gates. Ours is currently broken. We want to resettle that more or less as soon as possible. But it kind of depends. It is actually expected that you're gonna take this province first. So this is your main settlement, minor, and it's this one and this one. It is good if you kind of take them out early, but it is also good to have at least a tier 1 snake gate ready early as well. So it's questionable what to do, really. I have thought that we will attack now, and then we will see that we're gonna attack this one if we can, if they let us, but I think we have to wait a turn. But we will resettle this one first. That means we will have a harder time here, but I think it might be worth it. This done saves you a lot of trouble, because there is trouble coming through the Snarky Gati.
Witness my power!
Bum, ba, bum, bum. So, enter the realm of Miao Ying. She's great, man. So we could auto that out, but yeah, let's have a little look at the units and so on. It's very sweet. So she's a caster. She's basically made out of glass, and it's not that bad. She can take a punch, but early on the casters, you know how it is. They are a little bit fragile. That being said, she is not a human. She is a motherfucking dragon, man. So she puts out her spells. And once she is done, and I'm gonna show you that very, very soon, once that is done, she will just transform into a fucking dragon and goes in there. And that dragon is not fragile, though that dragon can only use the spells which are applied via magic items. Okay, so you cannot use magic while in dragon form. Nonetheless, man, it's fantastic. And the nice thing is she can transform back without any problems, and then she has already some healing spells as well. She has basically Lore of Life with Regrowth, with Life Bloom, and later, what's the other one? Well, there's a third one. A little bit further ahead. It's really nice. Okay, overall, there's not much to do. This is a fairly easy fight. I don't mind. Their shooters are on this side, thus we're gonna go here. Yeah, and also, you know, look at how it looks. I'm not sure about the how big the battlefield is. I think it's slightly bigger than in Total War 2, but truth is I haven't played a lot Total War 2 lately, and therefore I can't really say. Would be nice if there are a couple of ideas in the comments, because I honestly can't tell. It seems big enough, to be honest, and because it seems big enough, I feel like they have been bigger than before, but that's just a mere feeling. Okay, so worth noticing with those guys is even the peasant long spear dudes do have charge reflection. Excellent, man. Fuck, they are really good for effing peasants. These guys have also charge reflection, and most of the spears have charge reflection. These guys don't have charge reflection. One step further, they do have charge reflection again, but these guys do have defense stance, which is a passive ability which starts when basically braced, or if they are not moving, and that gives you charge resistance 10%. If you stand longer doing nothing, you're gonna get aimer plus 10 and charge resistance 25%. Is really good though. This is really that got something. So then we're gonna have magic. So in the end, we want to have 1 million of those guys and 1 million of those guys. We're gonna get these guys a little bit cheaper because of minus 50% upkeep cost for missile infantry. Now that counts also for the peasant archers, which doing a good job, by the way. Then we have I don't know why it's called Sky Junk. Maybe because of Junker, which would be basically the kind of ships which you see in the older, let's say just Asian style ships. Very likely, yeah, you see that in some movies sometimes. Yeah. So that being said, it's there. So let's have a little look at those guys and that. I'm not a big fan of that kind of highlighting, but if you look at it, I think it has a little bit of Medieval 2 sickness on it, where, you know, it's you don't see much. And for example, when you play, what was it? Well, on certain snow maps, for example, or these guys here now, they are brown and they are standing on a brown background. It's, you know, if that would be a lot, it would be hard to see. And you kind of have that with certain faction colors in certain maps, which is, yeah, so this is why they went for this massive green here, I guess. Yeah, not the biggest fan, it's fine though, you know. In the end, you just want to know who is fighting whom. Go away, and here we have Dems. I feel like the faces and stuff like that are not really, I don't know, showing. Maybe that comes a little bit with the well, if it's a little bit worked out, so to say. These are the peasants. And then we have our Jade Warriors. They look fairly sweet, man, here. Then we're gonna have these are the Celestial guys. No, these are the Celestial guys. Yeah, we want plenty of them though. Yeah. They are really good. But honestly, I have seen these guys outperforming these guys. Outperforming these guys, because if their flanks, for example, are secured, these guys will stand a long time. Really decent dudes. I have ended up by her army gets the good shit, and I have basically a Great Bastion patrol army entirely made out of peasants, and they're doing a good job. It's just plenty of those, and a couple of those. It's really good, it's enough, yeah. And we're gonna go more or less this way again, but we will see. I'm still, yeah, not sure what we do about the balance and stuff like that, but this will be a reoccurring. The balance is important, the bony are too good to let go, and even to a degree where you need the control on the strategy map. When I say control is a stupid word in that case. It's public order. Of course, I'm talking about public order. The Sky Junk itself is also fairly sweet, and they do have a massive, you can see it here, a massive firing shot, which has a range of 360, but it's a little bit like the rockets, for example, where, yeah, you shoot at something, and if one of those fire thingies hit that unit, you have to be satisfied. I think, well, Milave is still unanswered here. Well, she's there. And that's her thing. She flashes. Back to her. She has Earthblood is the name. Yeah, so she has Earthblood, and later she gets regrowth, and of course life bloom in between for every time she does a spell in the first place. And then she has something which is speed going down by 45%. That is a lot. I'm not sure if we can do them on an area, but later on, maybe on another level. But this is fairly mighty. Remember, she is basically specialized on shooters. Therefore, this is just great, man. Honestly, what a start for a general. Honestly, it's wow. And then the fact that she can turn into a motherfucking dragon, man. Let's start the battle. Oh, she has another one, which is... we just let him shoot here. This is fine. Fairly sweet. And that is basically melee attack plus imbued magical attacks and immune to psychology within that range, which is also fairly sweet. Kind of looks pretty nice when they shoot that stuff, though. So these guys will start shooting soon. As soon as he starts shooting, we will send the horses around. Oh man, yeah, sweet.
For the defense.
Did it. Tell you what, you're gonna be a little bit slower. He hasn't got any damage yet. You shoot on the shooters. And while we're at it, let's bring these guys out as well. It's super good. So, we're gonna transform into a dragon! Nice, man. Okay, here we go. It's a classical Asian dragon. I effing love it. So these guys are effed, man. I mean, you see it. These are our ghost stats. They're doing fine. They're chasing whatever they want. We are going after the archers, though. Leave it be. Then you go after the archers. Oh, poor fucker, honestly. You gotta keep this guy in check, because once your units are in, it could be that he will just fuck up your units as well, so keep that in mind. He does have a couple of skyjunk bombs, but truth as well, they will... he is effing slow, so yeah, look at that. This is nearly ridiculous. I think the first army doesn't really matter. We will just, I guess, give him a little bit of experience. I want him dead because my dragon is hungry. That's 22. Let's eat those guys. It's fine, and maybe he gets a little chevron. It looks not very impressive when fighting against a single unit, though, gotta say. But it is gonna be okay. Let's have a look here. Fine. Take those ones now. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. I quite like, yeah, the setting here. I mean, you know, I don't think there's any benefit for standing up there, but it still looks super good. So yeah, archers can't shoot further or anything, which is a little bit of a pity. Remember the days. Yeah. You will hear some critical things when we come to the sieges in general. There are certain sieges which are fine, but everything which basically goes for settlement sieges, for walls and unwalled thingies, they do have a new, well, let's call it feature, Scroll of Power. Decrease cooldown by 60. Okay. This is fine. We don't need that. I don't want that, so we're just gonna go for the leadership. We're gonna get our Astromancer. This is true. Pink Chi is dead. We're gonna have the Scroll of Power. Then it's a little bit mission issued. Send your new hero to join your army. Well, I will do that then, and we shall have new units. So the missions, so in general, as you have seen already with this one here, with this one here, so there are a couple of change in the UI. We do have kind of the old sickness of change for the sake of change, but truth is all the changes to the UI, and I'm specifically only talking about the UI, are for the better or as good as before. So there's not really much to rant about the UI itself. All the information is given as before, but slightly different shown. I don't know. This one, for example, here. Kind of wanted to check if we can get that on an area. Added area effect on tier 2. Oh no, tier 1 as well. Okay, sweet. We're gonna do that then, I think. Apart from that, so the range, effect range, duration, cooldown, miscast chains, it's all there. All more or less like before. Let me show you something with damage? Question mark? Well, it's law of life, huh? Where is he? Sir? Did I put him in already? No. A hero comes. Yeah. But where is he? There he is. Oh, up there. Okay. Same here. Let's say Wind Blast. So damage per second is 16, it's magical, and 0% for aim or piercing, and so on. It's tier shaped, affected units is grounded, so everything is there, just a little bit different. So, yeah. And when I say for the better, I mean, for example, this one. It might doesn't look that good, but for example, it's a little bit hand-holding, because this is an arcane item, and this is the slot for the arcane item. So, where can you put the arcane item? Yeah, so it's not bad. So, but the main thing is, you're gonna have magical items and you have ancillaries. What is really good is sort by category, or sort by rarity, sort by name, sort by equipable, sort by unequipped, fusible, and salvageable. I'm not entirely sure what salvageable is. We will find that out together, but I just found that out, the fusible, very late. If you have 2 items, but it must be 2 arcane items, for example, I'm not sure if this is faction specific. I've just found it out, as I said, yesterday, basically, after I've played a long time Cathay, and that you can make a click, and if you have another arcane item, you can do a click, and from those 2 gray ones, you can do basically 1 green one, and it will be a random new one, which is really sweet in case of you have a million things which you don't use. Just go and get some cooler stuff. 2 will be made into 1 with a higher quality. Super sweet. What is this then? Okay, we're gonna get 100 if we salvage this. Okay, well, we're not gonna do that, but it's nice, isn't it? Yeah, I quite like it. That being said, this is our Caravan Master. This is actually a really nice scroll for us, because we're talking about healing, and if we can just decrease the amount of cooldown by 60 suddenly while healing, this will be very helpful for us. So this is a nice one, honestly, and it's better than before. It doesn't matter what you think about the looks, it is more practical than before, and I think that is pretty objective, huh? Overall, we can have a look here, and I think we shall. So one thing is, the biggest change here is the lightning strike. And the lightning strike is not anymore that you can go full in, though maybe later though, but it means basically the enemy battle reinforcement time is increased. Which, yeah, is something. Usually it's roughly 2 minutes until they come in. So, plus 25%, and then it's already 3 minutes, and then you have enabled lightning strike when reinforcements are present. So I don't know, if this is the old lightning strike on level 3. I honestly, I haven't checked it. I had no time to do that, because if you look at that, and I was playing her roughly, I don't know, 28, 29 maybe, and I went elsewhere pretty much. Because there's a lot of points to put in to the fact that you want her to be a good magic user, and you want her as well to be halfway decent fighter, because she can turn into the motherfucking dragon. Just saying. Okay. We're gonna go a little step forward.
Footsteps in harmony.
We're gonna put ourselves in encampment. We're gonna bring our astromancer to her, fulfilling the mission, and here are the missions on the side. I quite like it though. $500. I have people seen who do not like that. I find it's okay, just as it doesn't take much space, even though if it's kind of, I don't know, if you have 5 or 6 of those, I think it doesn't take much space. Hover over it, otherwise it's always, you know, get the mission tab and then search the mission, but here you have tick tick tick. I think it's also a little bit more practical, but this is not this is not objective, this is subjective. Anyway, we shall recruit 2 units, and then we're gonna get 1,000 coinies. Since we are gonna go into a city, and we will see about that. I'm gonna go for that, and I think I'm gonna have another one of those. And no, we'll leave the global out for now. Yes. What we can do though, and we shall do, we let her recruit for our main lady. And that will be a lot of money. Let's build first, and then we're gonna see what we change. In that regards, I mean, we do have quite a bit of growth right now. It is reasonable to get more growth here. So in terms of control, and this is why we more or less need why do we have that right now? Characters do 1 Yang, we wouldn't need 1 Ying suddenly. How come? Oh fuck, it's I forgot about him. Yeah. He brings 1 Yang into the fold. Shit. That's a bit annoying. Then we're gonna go for the growth, and I'm not really unhappy about it. So this is growth as well. It's income plus 2%. It prevents you of labor conscription. So you need to have Yang or you need to have Yin. It's fine though. A turn later we have our harmony back. Yeah, I forgot about that. But it's fine though. It is fine. So that means we have built, and we can get now a couple of dudes. What exactly do we want? These are 1, 2, 3. 1 more archer and as many peasant long spears as possible, I say. Yeah, let's do that. 1 archer. We can go for 2 here, but they are... it kind of depends who you fight. They have basically blunderbusses in their hands, and it's kind of cool, but the range is 90, and that makes them on par with plenty of other enemies, and thus it's not really good, and the enemy archers are focusing on those guys very, very hard. Therefore I think we're just gonna go for 2 here. Or actually, since we have our lady who is focused on shooters, let's go for plenty of shooters. Is this the first turn, ladies and gentlemen, after a fucking hour of blah blah blah? I fear it is. Really? Well, we're gonna have a 1.5 hour roughly episode, but yeah. Shit. I wasn't I wasn't aware that this takes so long, man. I'm kind of sorry. And the bad thing is as well, you might as well have heard all of that for millions of times already. Thanks, Thea. Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, that's just as it is, I fear. So we are back into the harmony because we have built that building. If you're gonna go now one higher, it just stays one harmony. It's not 1 + 1, it's just the 1. Because we need the growth, I think I'm gonna do it. We will seemingly go a little bit into the minus, but well. Capture the following settlement, mines of Nanyang. There are no mines in Nanyang, by the way, but we're gonna get the potion of foolhardiness, charge bonus 40%, unbreakable. Not really the best, let me put it this way. So, time to talk difficulties. This is all fine. So what we have is defensive supplies. They start with 1,000. Basically every city will be done or undone in 10 turns. Doesn't matter if it's walled or not walled. Maybe you can increase that artificially, but yeah, overall Ivory has 10 turns. And he starts usually, and every settlement starts usually with 1,000 coinies, or you have built things 1,000 supplies, or you have built things which are increasing the starting number or increasing the amount, the rate which you will gain new supplies. Yeah, we're gonna leave it like this. The auto battle is a little bit wonky yet. I think they are working on it, so do not, yeah, it's fine. Pyrrhic victory high, we are not gonna be able to, yeah, carry those losses, so we have to fight it, and we will still have a decent amount of losses, and the reasons are... you see the layout. The layout is all beautiful, but now you're gonna see supply points. And the big flag where the tutoriteur is, that is the main point. The main point works basically like in Total War 2, but the supplies thing is a little bit, well, let me say questionable. And I'm fairly calm about it, but in the first Kislev campaign, I was quite pissed about it, and the longer I played with it, I came to terms with it. I think it is reasonable if you prefer the Total War 2 sieges over that. So what's happening here basically is... can we see that without being the defense? Let me check something. More or less. So let's just say, if you would be the defender, you would start with 1,000 supplies, and you would gain supplies throughout the battle. So let's say you can build a tower there. You can click on that. And then you have the option for 4 different towers, and they are all, yeah, they cost different amounts of supplies. Or you can build, for example, a barricade here. You click on it and you have the options for 4 different barricades. Some of them are just, I don't know, basically an area effect of Boney, or others are literally barricades which you have to destroy in order to pass through. So this is kinda what it is. The thing is, though, if you wanna, for example, destroy that barricade and destroy that tower, you need to get to this point and capture it. Which means you have to push in. And whether you like it or not, it takes away from basic tactical thinking. You know, if you are superior in firepower, yeah, you're gonna play that. But in the end, what happens to me here, for example, is that I have to bring down that tower within one battle 4 or 5 times. So what happens is that tower is just, we can destroy that tower. Also not so difficult. With 2 archers, that tower is done in a reasonable amount of time. But then, due to the power of supplies, they can just build another one, which will be set up within 100 seconds. So, and then you literally end up with destroying the same tower up to, but I don't know, maybe just 3 times, but maybe it's 6 or 7 times. And And to call the whole thing supply is weird, man. I mean, we have magic in the game. Just tell me, don't know, under here there are 6 wizards weaving battle magic, and then magically they can rebuild a tower within seconds. Fine, we have magic, this is fantasy, but I don't know. Yeah, so it takes away a tactical part of the game, and that is a loss in my book. Though, listen to this: I have played with Kislev, and I was pissed at it. And then I played a little bit ahead and I came to terms with it, and then I thought, well, this is fucking Dota. And then I played a little bit ahead and I thought, okay, well, it works kind of good, because the whole thing, of course, is way better when you defend instead of attacking. That is one thing. And the other thing is this, with the points, basically holding points to win a battle, is nothing else but Warhammer tabletop. Does that have to be in Total War Warhammer 3? Well, I find not, but well, here it is. It is different. Yeah. And this is, yeah, what I kind of can say about that. I think tabletop can be tabletop, and without, you know, without interfering with Total War. Yeah, because it's the thing is as well. It's kind of tedious to do that. But I have to say, and I don't say that for, I don't know, any bullshit reason. The longer I play it, the more I accept it, and am at the point right now where I think it's fine. I wouldn't have chosen this, but fine, it's okay. And as well, don't forget the other way around. When you defend, you're very happy to set a barricade there or to set a tower there, because that one unit just fucked off. You know, this is this is perspective and so on. They should have introduced this with a defense, so to say, so that you're gonna get the more positive thing earlier. Anyway, that was another 10 minutes of blah. I don't mind though, this is kind of important to me, and you know how I work in these regards. So overall, this is gonna be a piece of work, and I kind of have you know that we are talking about our first minor settlement battle in the first turn, no, in the second turn. But yeah, and this is gonna be a piece of work. And as somebody who creates content, not just, you know, being a content creator in the content creator conglomerate of CA. No, I mean, as a content creator, to have a minor siege battle, basically a piece of work, is a little bit annoying when you know, I don't know, you do that on stream for the next 10 hours. See what I mean? But this is a little bit creator specific, and nonetheless, I think every buddy who creates content and have seen this for the first time. Doesn't matter what their face looked like, their thoughts were what the fuck, huh? As I said, it's fine so far, you're gonna get used to it, and it looks really good, you can attack from all directions, and so on. There are pluses and minuses, and yeah, it's kinda okay. And we screamed over and over again, fix the sieges. But yeah, most of us were actually kind of fine over the years, we gotta say, with the fact that we are having just, yeah, I don't know, half a siege or something. It's fine though. So I've left the horses there because what you more or less can do and what we more or less will do, and we will pay still a high price for it, is they will run around here, we will shoot them down, towers will shoot at us, we will try to destroy the towers, and yeah, so yeah, you will see, it's a little bit, yeah, what I said, tedious, yeah. It's more work, and yeah, I personally feel more work than necessary. So he's quite nice. He shoots in there. He is fairly useless against towers and or barricades though, which is a little bit of a pity. We bring her to the front so that if a tower pops up, we are gonna get... we can use our Earthblood to actually get shit done. Those guys wait a little. This is fine. We're gonna let him shoot on the shooters though. Do not interfere there, sir. Me archers, shoot him to pieces, please, sir. I personally could go for stronger arrow trails, but this is also just a personal favor. Just stay there is fine, you stay there as well. Little extra... Oh, here we go. Their tower appears. And why not do that via magic, huh? I mean, despite the fact what you... if you like it or you're not liking it or whatever, but why choose the word supplies? No, why not use fucking magic? Oh well, I don't know, and I have my doubts if I will ever know. But yeah. So, but you will see as well that tower. It's a level 1. You see the Latin one next to the tower there. Here you can see it now, and it's a fairly easy one. Can we see it already? No, in 30 seconds he's up. So there is a barricade, there's a barricade as well. We can do that. They start shooting there. Why are you not... Can't you reach them? Please do that, sir. Please do that. I think we're gonna go in with her. Sure, why not? 8 seconds. Let's have our archers activated. And he's gone very fast as well. So, they shoot. He has health 5k, and now look. Tower gone. Now look what's happening. 120 seconds and there will be a new tower. And that is... So is this actually all? Yeah, it seems like it. You're still shooting there, right? Right. I kind of want to know where the other shooters of his are. And I would like to send our ancestral warriors in there. Huh. Tell you what, we're gonna do that. And we're gonna send our peasants in. Therefore, we kind of need to have a little bit of security for them peasants as well. We're gonna leave him outside when the tower is back on track. Long spears, jade warriors. There are a couple of peasant archers. Ooh, there are. What is this? Well, this is the hero. Okay, gonna tell you what. We move in this direction, and we're gonna. I would like to catch the other archer. There is at least one other, isn't there? There we go. Here we go. Now we know. Okay. You do that. So this is what I mean with it takes relatively long actually, but yeah. If you place them halfway okay, it's gonna be fine. We're gonna help here a little bit. I wanna get rid of every archer. You can switch, you can 2 seconds and that is back. No, he disappeared actually. Okay, okay. Thus you move. You are shooting there. You will save those guys. Why are you moving in, sir? Don't do that. Go in.
For the moon, dragon!
For the moon. This is fairly nice. So they started a new one here now for reals. This is shit. You gotta run, sir. Shoot at the horses, attack the horses. It's kind of fine though. Where are they going though? Weird. Let's bring Dems.
Stone and steel. The storm gathers. Caravans fury.
So she has a decent move, but see, it's nice, but yeah, it activates somehow weirdly. So them horses are dead. Let us put those 3 ready to destroy the tower. You set up there and you move in this direction. And then we will see if we just gonna start to cap something. Could you, for example, attack those archers? My guess is yes. 7 seconds. Yeah, this takes awfully long.
Repositioning. March in ordered ranks.
Tower is there.
Dragon.
Work there. So that they might turn around. And the thingy is nearly off. Yeah, he doesn't have much ammunition, this is fine. I haven't shown you the... So it's basically, what is it, Lore of Wind or something, or Lore of Heavens. So he has... you will see what I mean. Oh really? Are we... Move in there, sir. Nice little thing I wanted to talk about but haven't yet is formation attack. So, information, it's gonna be... Who the fuck are you? One peasant horse. No, they're more, right? No, they weren't. Okay. Tower is gone again. Let's move those shooters around. You're gonna be here. This one is there. He destroyed that. Help with... well, it's basically done. But then I'll have you know you're gonna go there, you're gonna shoot at the barricade. But you see, I mean, it's... And they are... It's not that they have a big plan or that they, you know, do anything to really crass hurt us. But yeah, it's kinda, you gotta do this and you gotta do that. And a lot of things where you think, oof, that's a lot of clicks, man. And don't forget, this is a minor settlement, though. You give these guys a boon. There's another one incoming. Do I have the horses here? Yeah. Attack. You stay concentrated there.
The celestial faithful.
This is fine so far. They are nearly done. This also they kind of look like as if they are fucking off every second, but yeah, it's not the case. So, and I think I've had enough here. We're gonna bring the dragon shortly out. It's time to heal. Oh, look at that. Crossbows setting up. You're just gonna stay there for now, sir. This is okay. Do we say hello? Yeah, let's say hello, actually. And I kind of want to see... Yeah, this is fine. Move up here. That is a lot less things to worry about. Is there a new one? Not really. So this is an area effect. So minus speed, minus 15 attack. So it's nice, you know, but you can walk over it. You are able to look in this direction, and you shall do the same, because there are a couple of Jade Warriors coming in. They seem to be on the run, therefore I kinda wanna go there. You will help with the capping. Yeah, it's all good. So which back? And this looks fucking cool as well. Ding. Okay. And then we're just gonna start healing her, which is very, very nice. So, they will cap. They will cap. And I wonder where their hero is, though. So what you can now, they are a little bit slower when they are in formation, or you're gonna offset it and they are gonna go, see? And then you can set it again, so you can basically, it's kind of nice, I quite like it. It doesn't really do much, but yeah, it's kind of fine. And not to mention, this is not guard mode, goat mode, but yeah. Holy shit, who has hurt you, man? Let's meet and we have us another heal. Is there another tower shooting all the time? Not that I see one. Doesn't have to mean much. Sometimes they're a little bit hidden. Huh. So, but yeah, let's enjoy that a little. Come on, hurry up, man. Hurry up. And I'd like to enjoy this a little bit longer if we get it for nothing, that is. Which seems to be the case. Nobody's losing anything. And so Winds of Magic and stuff is more or less the same as before. There's not much change. But you will see a little bit better what you got before you fight, and I can show you that as well. Another time. So what you see, basically you give a little bit fire on the enemies, maybe slow them down, then transform to the dragon, go in, fuck them up, and then after a while, half dead, you gotta get out of there, and then you start healing your troops, and oh no, slow them down again. This is really I effing like her. Ooh, I forgot about that. Have you seen the Deadly Onslaught symbol here? So once you are kind of winning, basically, are you winning, son? When Dad's coming in and notice you're winning, and then you get a little bonus there. Oh my god, that's funny. Oh man, I've talked a lot, but I think it's quite okay. And now we're gonna start the campaign. Are you with me, guys? Yeah, I feel like so. This is more or less. These are the negatives, and there are little. I wouldn't have done the sieges as they did with the points. It is more Warhammer-like. It is less Total War-like. The game is called Total War Warhammer 3. It's fine, you know. It's okay. You can also more or less skip the whole thing. Just shoot constantly the towers down if you have enough archer and ammunition. Which she has, by the way, with her trade of the 20% more ammunition early on. This is the same, it just looks differently. I feel like the value, the second value, went down drastically, which is fine. I rarely sag, therefore it's fine. I'm gonna have Jade Warrior Halberds. Fairly useless for us. I think we're gonna skip them, but I do not know. Maybe since we are now in balance, we're gonna have a different path. Potion of Foolhardiness, yeah. What is this? Take the Gunpowder Road. We're gonna get 5k and an Enchanted Shield Aimer. That's nice, 5k is a lot. So they say we shall do that, but what I want to do actually is we can't move. There will be more of those, and we will first resettle the Schnake. And we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna have a little bit more trouble in the south, but I feel like this way is more worth, or works better. This is actually nice. We could go for the I think I want to skip him. I think we're gonna skip him. Get rid of that, and we might start horses there, but I'm not sure yet. So, and by the way, in terms of public order, so it's -5. She is there. She is there. We need desperately public order. So it's quite heavy. I mean, right now you're gonna have the old modifiers as well. So conquest is next turn only 10, and then we're gonna have province instability -3. Though this goes down by -1 per turn. Nonetheless, so overall we could say we have +8 right now. Yeah, in reality we would have +8. Nonetheless, +8, including basically 2 generals in all of our in our settlements, and this is a decent army, which does affect the public order as well. So the control +8 out of the harmony is kind of crucial. It's not just keep it in balance. It is also you kind of need to keep it in balance, and you're gonna have several other boni, but there's stuff in there which you really need, and stuff which makes your life much easier. Yeah, man, this was a lot of talk. Weird, isn't it? We have 2 points now. This is fairly sweet. We're gonna go for the classic Root Marcher, and we're gonna go for Earthblood. Actually, no, we're gonna go for yeah. Let's just keep it real here. No need to go crazy. He has a point as well, and I'm thinking, well, I kind of want to have Wind Blast, I kind of want to have Uralan, a Thunderbolt. The thing though is, with those small little sieges, that things like Wind Blast and things like Uralan's Thunderbolt is not unimportant, because they are small little bottlenecks where it basically comes down to one unit fighting another unit, and that takes 7,000 ages. But, you know, with a well-placed Curse of the Midnight Wind or a nice Thunderbolt, this will be solved much easier. So, yeah, it's kinda okay. So nonetheless, I'm thinking about scouting, but I think I want to have Wind Blast as well. Rolling Skies, of course, speed minus 20%, melee defense 20. Melee defense doesn't really matter to us, but since we will focus on firepower more than anything else until we have the good guys, and then it's still overwhelmingly firepower. Nonetheless, the speed minus 25 for 20 fucking 5 seconds is a lot. It's just super magic, actually. So, and that every time he does a Wind Blast or a Thunderbolt goes down. It's nice, I like it.
The majestic defender.
So, noticing is as well, look at that. This is the garrison of a tier 1 settlement without any upgrades in terms of well, it's stockades here. As well, minor settlement, you need tier 3, and the second part of the stockades, pagodan walls, and this then adds walls to the settlement. Quite nice, and that they keep it that way. I like it. But once you have, for example, if it's tier 2, and that is a lot of garrison, and then you have this one, every stack actually will have problems. That being said, it's interesting, but yeah, it's nice to be a defender, but when you attack, what the fuck, man? There's plenty to do. And since and this is again content creator specific, there is a lot settlements to crack open. I mean, oof, yeah, it's fine though. Okay, I think we are done. I kind of hope they fuck off, or these gonna eat them, or we will see. We're just gonna go ahead. We have sent our caravan out. I have talked plenty in this episode. Yeah. The sad thing is that very likely, yeah, somebody else will have told you all of that at least 2 or 3 weeks ago. Well, I can't do anything there. Destroy the following factions, Sartorial's Watchers. Ah, yeah. Are these guys? Yeah, seems like it. Fences Blade. Pooh. Is it already? Yeah, I mean, look at that. And this is, it's tier 2, right? It's tier 2 with a garrison. See what I mean, man? Holy shit. Yeah, it's fairly wild. So we do dare to fuck off. Maybe we lose this, but then we're gonna take it back. You move in this direction. You gonna give that to your Miao. Ding, ding, ding. So the thing is, we have to resettle that, and we don't want to do that with our main army. Excuse me. Thank you. And we're gonna do that with her. Yeah. And this is good as it is. We can have a little bit of... Ooh, this is nice. Ooh, this is not nice. What thing is, how much do we need to resettle that?
Wind Shaper. Fate
Will they tell us? That's a bit annoying.
The Dragon Blooded. Wherever Cathay
2,500. We can't spend any money. We can't stop the tier 2. Well, let's do that. I'd rather have... Wait, 2,000... Nope, can't do. We don't really want to choose one of those because it will put our balance off as well. Ah, that's a bit annoying. Huh.
Master of Feng Shui.
Yeah, well, truth is, there's not much to do for us. We could do this, but I'd rather not. We go ahead. Well, we lose a turn for tier 2. But immediately that we are able to do tier 2 there is fairly sweet. So another mission, recruit 20 new thingies, units. Gonna get a nice thingy for it. This is nice. So do that, colonize. That is pretty sweet. We're gonna get a relic sword. You leave that. Then, did you snatch the sword? No, you snatched nothing. Good, good, good. Go out of there again, and you going in. So, we have to do that. Okay, 1,300 left. And once this is there, then you see already we're gonna have a decent garrison. We can even recruit there a little bit. It has even discoverability of Skaven Undercities. So this is safe, more or less. And the nice thing is, guys, and it's a nice touch, if you have a siege battle here, so you're gonna get attacked there, you basically have Warhammer 2 battle. Yeah, and you're gonna get plenty of attack there, by the way. Oh shit, you know what I'm forgetting as well? It's this one. Slight little changes, also for the better. So let's just have a look here. There's a quick deal option, is fairly sweet for non-aggression pact, for trade, and we can trade quite a couple things. Oh wait, this, you click through what you want, and then you're gonna initiate it. You can have also military access, which we shall do. We have a, well, 4.6 in our favor. You're gonna click the balance, the offer, and they put in as much money as they like. It's usually until they are at 0 or slightly 0.1. I'm gonna take that. Thank you very much. This is that. We're gonna do the same with those guys. Dig. Trade is there. Give me money, 1,300. Yeah, I should have done that earlier. Yeah, see. You can do this basically turn 1. Gotta say, we're gonna get more money out than if we would have done this in turn 1. This is kind of interesting. So, if everything is good, he's also already interested. This is a little bit weird, but it is. Duck and 127, I'll take it. Okay, this is fairly sweet. Gotta say though, we have now trade established and we're making 170. So it's not a lot. Just so you know. I feel like the resources have been... Do we have any resources right now? No. I say that, yeah, no, it's usually put next to that, isn't it? Yeah, you can see it here. So in Wengchang there is iron to grab. So, but yeah, and the thing is, I feel, but as I said, it's been a while since I played. If you look here, you can see what you will make out of that stuff. And I think, and this is just again a feeling, I would like to know if you know, but I think timber, for example, resource value 9 coins per 1 timber is risen, isn't it? I think it is more than before, and that makes it a little bit more worthwhile to actually work with the resources instead of you have a bunch of bulk you're sending off, and this is actually your main thing. This has been tweaked, and I think in a good way, if I'm not mistaken about the prizes you're gonna get. For example, timber was always shit, but 9 seems nice for me right now. And then it's, let's say we're making 20 timber, that would be 180 bucks. 180 bucks is more than we have for 3 people trading. You see what I mean? This is there is a quite little touch as well. Man, this is so talkative. Wow. I didn't expect that. I thought we have won the game already, but it will be fine. By the way, there is so the Great Bastion. No, fuck. Okay, but then we are good, and next episode we will actually play the game. I promise. So the Great Bastion is a little bit. So they come. They are the evil dudes. They wanna have that little piece of green patch here. I don't know really what they want, but they are coming towards us, and this is basically, well, the Great Wall of China, I guess. But yeah, it's of course it's not the Great Wall of China. It is the Great Bastion, and yeah.
Storm Dragon.
They come. We're gonna have a threat level, which is always doing something. We can set, by the way, this is fairly nice. This commandment or those commandments are different commandments in the Great Bastion. So here it's growth, construction cost lowered, Great Bastion threat -1% per turn, corruption -5, or you have unit experience, or you're gonna have casualty replenishment rate +6. We are gonna go for the growth, kinda, of course, because we wanna push those numbers. These are buildings we can have a look. They are not really important. These are for basic military, and these are for kinda don't know, growth, replenishment, defensive supplies, ammunition, upkeep, campaign line of sight, and attrition minus if chaos, if you're gonna go outside, recruitment cost, and recruit rank. I settled for the most time with those two, together with the command and at least the Bastion water station. You're gonna have a decent growth. You can upgrade it, this one, fairly fast. I had it till level 3, and then I felt I was fairly safe. I don't need to go to 4. This might change though, because at mid-game somewhere, the threats themselves are gonna be more severe, undoubtedly. Okay, guys. I think now for reals I have talked about it on length, and I hope it was informational. As I said, to those 40 people who come back to want to know what I think about Total War Warhammer 3, I have it more or less all covered. The only thing I'm not 100% behind is the sieges, and let me reiterate, I went from thanks I hate it to, well, okay, we gotta live with it, to, well, this actually works. It has something unique on its own. In the end, I come down with I wouldn't have done it that way, but I'm gonna play it because it's quite fun. And as I said, it's more fun in the defense than attacking. Attacking becomes really a piece of work until they tweak the auto balance for stuff like that a little bit better, which they are working on. I know that, and yeah. That's basically it. I quite like it overall. I do love the Grand Cathay faction. I honestly, I do want a magic, a caster who is able to deal some melee damage. This is what I really love, and here it's a fucking dragon, man. I like it a lot. Yeah, so Kislev was kind of, the whole setting is very bleak and stuff like that. I'm not sure, man. People in the East are laughing as well, just so we're clear. But it's not everything Slavic. No. It is the Kislevites, as this is not the Great Wall of China, as you know. And yeah, but yeah, you know where I'm going with this. But it's very bleak, and it's a little bit I don't know, man. And then I played the first time just to check it out, Grand Cathay, and then I saw this little patch of green, and I really savored it. It felt very good. I wanna rescue this green patch of land. I really do, guys. Well, Miao Ying and I am gonna go on ahead. This will be, I guess, an episode a day until the release. If you scream under this video, do an ogre campaign. Do an ogre campaign when you are allowed to. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking very hard about it. If you push me a little bit in that direction, I will very likely do one. We do have the Germanic Tribes campaign running, which I won't stop. It's fun. Praise shall be feral interactive, for they have bettered my my big love when I was young. Oh, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. You know the drill. Maybe even thinking about a one-time donation via PayPal. Maybe think about to do a little bit monthly. When I say a little bit, $1 is $1, guys. I mean it. But if you can do that, check out the Patreon. What is written there is so old, yet it is still true. It's a sad little story, but yeah, I'm not pitying, I'm not asking for your pity, but I ask you to accept reality. That being said, guys, for reals now, wherever you are, do have a nice one. Goodbye.